to class. Welcome to class, everyone. Welcome to class, Ife. Welcome. You're welcome, Rebecca. Welcome, Stella. Welcome, guys. Welcome to class. Right. All right, can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now, please? Let me know if you can hear me. Drop the fire emoji, please, if you can hear me. If you can hear me, please drop the fire emoji, guys. Fire emoji if you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, guys? Fire emoji if you can hear me, please. All right, there we go, Lawan. I can see your fire emoji. Any other person? Can every other person hear me as well? Can every other person hear me as well? Fire emoji, okay. Okay. Please your volume. Volume though. Am I talking on a low sound? Is this better? Can you hear me? Let me know if it is better now, you don't. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me better now? Let me know if it is better now. Alright, do please just confirm so we can start here. Do please confirm if you can hear me now. Alright. I see the fire emojis. You can hear me. That's good. That's good. Do please confirm if you can hear me now. If it is loud enough, please. Thank you for coming to class today again, guys. I can hear clearly. Okay. Thanks, Rebecca. That's all we need to know. All right. So thank you for coming to class today again, guys. And then this is day 5 of the SEO class. I'm sorry we missed one class earlier, but we're going to try to catch up as much as we can. For today, we are talking about something interesting, which is content optimization. So content optimization is basically it's one of the implied such is really kind of like the is audience your today we're going to talk about uh, for your website. As at yesterday, we look keyword research, and then we look at people the ask everywhere or people ask everywhere. I can't remember the name of that domain, but if you missed the class, you can go back to the video. Then we looked at the keyword everywhere that we need to pay premium accounts for. We looked at our Google Trends. So and then we look at these other tools as well. So basically, all of these tools would help you to the sound is breaking. Monday says the sound is breaking. The sound is breaking, Monday. Can you hear me better now? Let me know if you can hear me better or if it is still breaking, Monday. But I'll carry on anyway. Let me know if it is still breaking or you can hear me. All right. So as I was saying, content optimization is basically the process of optimizing the contents of a website page. I can hear you, though. Thanks. It is breaking, sir. Ido said she can hear, but other people are saying it is breaking. Okay, is this better? Can you guys hear me better? Better now, Monday said. All right, so that will do. Monday said it's better now, so that will do. So basically, content optimization, the process of optimizing the content of website pages so you can target the relevant audience or get more audience. Welcome to class, Jennifer. Welcome to class, Monday as well. So that is the basic idea of content optimization, and then it is what SEO is actually centered around. And this is like the backbone of SEO. This is like the major action you would need to take when you want to optimize any website page for search engine. So, content is SEO, SEO is content. All right, so let's dive into it. So what are those things that you need to look out for when you want to optimize content for a website page? Um, Before we start, I would like you to go to this website called Semrush. I'm sorry, I should have sent this ahead of the class, but it is not too late. Semrush is spelled Semrush. So if you can see that, that is just how it is spelled. Semrush.com. So if you don't know Semrush before now, Semrush is one of the most common SEO tools, or one of the most common digital marketing tools anyway, because they do more than just SEO. So it's one of the most common SEO or marketing tools. So basically, with Semrush, you can do lots of analysis and several other things. So just go to semrush.com now. You can register a free account on semrush.com. And then you'll be able to access some of their features for free for some time as well. So we're going to need it for this class. Go to semrush.com and then register an account there quickly if you haven't. Okay. So I'll let you guys have some time. Quick 2 minutes, 5 minutes, just quick 2 minutes, 2 minutes to register an account with Semrush, and then we will continue with the class. So 2 minutes, guys. As soon as one person is able to register, let me know. As soon as you register, please just drop a comment. Anybody at all, just one person. I only need one person to confirm, and then we are going to move on with the class. So just one person to confirm. One person should confirm, and then we move on with the class. I only need one person to confirm, and then we move on with the class. All right. Just one person. I only need one person to confirm they've registered on Semrush, and then we are going to proceed with the class. Anybody? Fastest finger, please. Who is going to be the first person? Fastest finger. Let's see who is the first person. All right, I'm looking at the comment section, guys. The first person, Lawan is in this class too as well. Lawan is often quick. Let's see if Lawan is going to be quick again. Fastest finger, guys. One person who is going to be the first person to register on Semrush. There may be a reward, there may not be, maybe or maybe not. There's a reward. But let's see who's the first person. Who's going to be the first person to register on Semrush? Fastest finger, guys. Okay, since there is no one yet, I'm just going to carry on with the class so we save some time. But I'm still looking at the comment section to see who the first person is going to be. I'm still looking at the comment section to see who the first person is going to be. So I'm just going to carry on with the class here because I think you would need to open multiple tabs and everything. But if you can still hear me, that would be good. Right. So whilst you're doing that, I will just do a quick summary from yesterday. One of the major things that you need to do when it comes to keyword research or content optimization is to do your keyword research, and that was the kind of things that we looked at yesterday with the tools. Don Lawan said, okay, thank you, Lawan, and that's it. Lawan again. Right. So one of the things that you need to do when it comes to search engine optimization is content optimization, of course, and then they both work hand in hand. Right. So the first step that you need to take is to do your keyword research. Keyword research, similar to the things that we did yesterday, put in some of the keywords in those SEO tools, and then they can give you more content ideas and more keyword ideas or related keyword ideas that you can use to further develop the actual process or step-by-step process of actually optimizing content. What are the things that you need to do what are the things you should not do. So those are the things that we're going to be looking at today. Yesterday we looked at the research. First thing on your list to do for content optimization is to target the relevant keyword with potential traffic. So yesterday we looked at the example of bread keyword, and then I said that is like the head keyword, the major keyword. And then with bread keyword there can be some other keyword that will be related to bread keyword. And we looked at the example of milk bread, and then gingerbread, and all of those type of breads yesterday. So that is the basic idea here. So let's say you have a website that you're selling bread, and then maybe your bread is not just the ordinary bread, and then it is a special type of bread like a gingerbread. So you don't want to be you don't just want to target people, or you don't just want to create content around bread. You want to create content specific to people, to your target audience, which in this case is gingerbread, people who are interested in gingerbread, who want to buy gingerbread. So that's like the idea when it comes to targeting the relevant keyword for your audience, or creating content to or using the relevant keyword to create content for your audience. So those are the little things that you need to take into consideration when you want to create keywords, when you want to create content. So the first thing, make sure you have the right keywords, and then you generate related keywords to the actual head keyword that you have. So in this case, head keyword in this case from our example yesterday is the bread, and then every other thing is like the related keyword. So if you manage to generate your keyword list to know the keywords you want to target for, what's the next thing you want to do? On this slide, it says include related keywords, and that is what I just talked about. You want to include the related keywords in your content, and I give an example of bread and gingerbread or milk bread. They are both bread, but they are specific type of bread, so they are related to the keyword. And yesterday we looked at how we can generate related keyword with the tools from yesterday. So if you missed the class yesterday, please go back to the previous video. All right. So the next thing you want to do, again, you want to create a user-friendly structure for your website, or your landing page in this case. So in this case, most of the time with SEO people, or SEO experts, or SEO marketeers, and blah blah blah, you would often hear them refer to website as landing page, or they would not necessarily say website, or they won't say user interface. They would rather say landing page. So when they say landing page, most of the time that is like what they mean. They mean user interface. They mean websites. For someone who is into UI and UX, they may say user interface, but to an SEO person, it is a landing page. So yeah, so basically your landing page, you want to make sure it is user friendly. So all of those things that you learned from the UI and UX design class, if you have been attending that as well, it is applicable here. So you want to make sure you have your buttons in the right position. Right. So let me just show you a quick example from this website. Really mean. If you've heard the phrase of responsive websites before, this comes to play when people talk about user-friendly interface. So I think this right here, this website right here of Semrush kind of like have a good or user-friendly interface. Because if we look at it, you see that you have all of your navigations and filters by the left, and naturally people tend to read from left to right here. So what is going to be most important to you, they kind of like put it by the left, and then you can look further to the right to see the results. So and then interesting thing again is that this website is definitely going to be mobile friendly. So that is another thing that makes up That is another thing that makes up a user-friendly interface. So this thing is not loading yet as it should. Right, right. It is not their website. It is just my own computer acting up. But it should load up the mobile version. Anyways, that's not the point here. The point here is they have a good user-friendly interface. As I'm moving on the links, there is some interaction. I can, with those interaction, I can determine that okay, these things are linked, and then it is clickable. Um, what else? No, so the buttons and everything is just in the right position. This is not a UX and UI class, so we cannot dive into what a user friendly interface should look like. But with the few things that I've said, or that I said just now, that should kind of like paint a picture in your head as to what they mean when they say user friendly interface or user friendly structure. So you want to have a good layout or good landing page or friendly structure in this case. And the next thing is to include compelling visuals, and basically that just means images. But it is not just about including images, it is also about using the right things in your image. For people who might have been attending the web development class, we've talked about the image tag and then the alt attribute. Alt attribute. So the alt attribute is just like it is just like a picture, a caption for a picture. So for example, let me show you something quickly on the internet, and then we can look at the code and see where the alt attribute lives. All right. Okay. Okay. We're getting there, guys. Right. So basically, it is just important you have the alt attributes on your course. All right. So all of these images, I bet web development class, you already know what I'm trying to. I would just show you what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's not loading. It's not sliding. Let's see if I can open up. You might have seen this before. If you have, good. If not, okay. There we go. There we go. So this is the alt attribute, guys. If you can see it, let me zoom in further. So this is the alt attribute just right here. Just a minute, guys. Let me make sure it is properly showing on the screen. So there we go. So this is the alt attribute alt. It is just written like that. And then every image on the website should always carry a alt attribute. So as you can see, inside the alt attribute, you would write a text like a caption about what that image in this case, now this Nigerian flag here, about what it is all about. It does not have to be this much. These people have gone extreme to write a whole long note about the image. But the notes that whatever they write in the code is not showing. Is not going to show. Is not necessarily going to show on the in the body of their website. It just lives within or inside the code, and that way, search engine is able to use that data to determine what the image is about. So you want to use good visuals, make sure the pictures are fine and everything. But aside from fine pictures, it is also important to use the correct, alt or captions for the image. So next thing, add relevant internal links. When they say add relevant internal links, if you so let's take for example, earlier on we were talking about keyword research and related keywords. So let's say you create a landing page first for bread. So let's say you create a page for bread on your website. You know what? Again, let's go. Let me just show you because I often love it when things are like practical and you can see you can see it in hand in real time. So I'll just put in keyword bread in Google now, and then I'm seeing several results. Let's go to this first website. So bear in mind, the keyword bread is what brought us to this website here. All right. But inside this website, you probably find other related keywords. Cookies. All right. So inside this website, you probably find other related keyword to the major keyword, which is bread. So in this case, easy white bread. Let's see if you can see other related keyword or some other thing that is related to white bread. Bread maker with white loaf. Okay, so basically, this is the idea with using relevant internal links. So the major keyword that brought us here is bread, but then there are some other keywords that that are kind of like related to the word bread. And in this case, if we just scroll down to this website, we can see like baking tray, and you can see that they link that baking tray. They link it to this page of bread, because probably maybe somebody that wants to make bread, or that wants to buy bread, or in this case make bread, because this website is about making bread, would probably want to buy a baking tray as well. So they know that, okay, this keyword is somehow related to the keyword bread. So they linked that in there. It is part of the process of building your internal links. Another thing that we can see here is this bread maker white loaf. Let's see what content is on that page. Right. So okay, this is another bread. Again, it is not the same bread as this one, but maybe somebody that is looking for this white bread, this easy white bread, is not exactly the white bread that they are looking for. Maybe it is this other white bread, bread maker white loaf, that they are looking for. So basically, we don't know what all of these breads are. Personally, for me, I don't eat all this type of bread. But the idea here, the major thing, or the idea here, is like, these keywords are related, and the people that build this website, they try as much as possible to link all of those relevant keywords um, around their website, and that kind of like would help boost boost SEO, having those relevant contents linked on your website, because that would boost your authority, and search engine, it will tell search engine that you have authority over that keyword, and you can offer the user several options in case if that is not what they're looking for. They can look at the next thing, and maybe that would just be what they're looking for. So it is all about the user experience at the end of the day. So you want to use relevant links, and then you want to link them where it is relevant. The next thing is to use include compiling title tags, meta description, and alt text. I already talked about alt text, but the next thing, the ones I have not really talked about, is the title tag, and then there is heading tag as well. People who are in the web development class, this will make more sense to you. But basically, all of this compiling title tag and meta description, everything is called metadata. Everything is called metadata. And if we go back to this website of bread that we are using as an example, so I can show you where the metadata lives. So every website would always have its own metadata, because that is what SEO, that is what search engine would use to optimize your website to determine if it is relevant for, it is one of the things that search engines will use to determine if your website is relevant for their audience or for their user. All right. So the metadata always often lives in the head tag. So for people who are like maybe using WordPress, you would necessarily not have to go into all of this code and all of this jabba jabba or something. And then there are, aside from WordPress, there are several other CMS in this sense, content management system or softwares. So there are several other ones. But however, whatever CMS or whatever content management system or software that you're using, what is common anyway is that the metadata would always sit in the head at the end of the day. So even if you're building your own website from scratch, you have to put the metadata in the head. And this is what the metadata looks like if I can find it. Okay, so one of the major things that is important first is the title tag. The title tag is not really a metadata, but it is as important as the metadata as well. So the metadata in this case, the first one that we can see here is this meta title. Sorry. So you can see that meta name equals title, and then content equals the bread maker, blah 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 something. So all of this you can use it to optimize your website page to tell search engine what the page is about, and then you can use all of those relevant keywords that we were talking about earlier, and keyword variations and all of those things. You can use them in here, so your website would pick up quicker on search engine. So the first data that we are going to talk about today, or we've talked about today, is the title meta tag. And basically that is used to give a title to, when it comes to SEO anyway. This is not web development now. When it comes to SEO, that is used to give a title to your website. And if we look at this title meta tag and the actual HTML title as well, you can see that they are the same. If you look at that, you can see that they are the same. So this is working for SEO, and this is working for the to give a title to the website. It is what is sitting up here. And we can confirm that if we just change it quickly. Let's just change it to maybe Girls Into Tech. Although it's not going to save on their website because this is just on my own local computer. But the idea is to just show you. You can see that changed. But let us revert that. Okay. Yeah. So let's change it to what we have there before now, which is that. And let us change this and let us see if it is going to affect it. All right. So what you notice right here now, you see that it did not affect what is written on top of the tab, and that is just to tell you, to confirm to you about what I was talking about earlier. By standard or by practice, your meta title should always be the same as the traditional title. But however, the difference between the two is that this is working as the HTML title for the page, but this other one is working for SEO. Whichever way, they need to be the same. They need to always be the same. So that is that about meta title. The next thing to talk about is meta description. A meta description. Okay, let's go to Google. Let's go to Google again. So I'll show you where all of those things appear in the SAP features. Where all of those things appear in the SAP features. So we are in Google now, and this is the website that we visited. So this right here is the title of the page, the title of the page in this case. Is that the same page? Let me just make sure that is the same page I'm on. Okay, no, that is not the same page because that is not the same page. Over here we are in Bread Maker, so I think we clicked on a different link from there. Uh, let's see. Just a minute, guys. Easy white bread. Easy white bread. Okay. All right. So let's use the page that we can see from Google here to make sure that I show you the export and the code as well. Oh, sorry. So I make sure I show you the right data, the right metadata in the. So I can show you the right metadata in the in the code. Sorry if you can hear some noise in the background. Yeah, just my housemates. All right. So let's just try to find the metadata again. So here we go. Easy white bread recipe, blah 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 blah. So yeah, that is accurate with what is on Google now. All right. So the page that we were on before is a wrong page. That is why we are seeing a different thing. So basically, this is it. Yeah, you can see easy white bread and everything, everything. So what is here is what is popping up as the meta title. This should be the meta description, but I think this particular sub features. Sorry, this particular sub features is different from, yeah, it's different from this. It's different from this traditional one. Okay, so don't let us. Well, we are not going to use this sub features because this one is showing reviews. You see, this is not the traditional organic sub features because it is showing review. It is something similar to what we see here, although it is coming up in form of a text. Let us use this one. This page will be a good one to show you. And I can we can talk about how they do the reviews thing later, but let us talk about metadata right now so you have a good understanding of metadata. So let's use this one. This one should bring out the same data. Okay, there we go. So bread recipes, description seems to be the description as well. Okay, so let's look into the code now and see what the metadata is saying. If that is the same, it should be the same. It should not be different. Again, metadata lives in the head tag of any website. If you're using WordPress or any other content management system, you would not have to worry about all this jaga jaga code. All you just have to do is to use the interface that they provide to you. Right. So there we go. You can see that the description here, I've talked about the meta title and this title. I talked about the difference. And then basically the data that we see here, that and this is what is popping out in there. But I just scroll to I don't know if I can scroll. I don't know why I can't scroll. Anyway, that's fine. So anyway, the meta description anyway, it is what comes up in this section of SEO. So the meta description comes up in this section, meta title comes up in this section. The next metadata that we can have is this one's for social media. These ones are not does not come up on search engine page as you see here. This one's comes up for on social media, and they are called graph titles, OG titles, or graph code, as some people may know them. And basically, it is just to, when you put your link on social media, it would come up with the description and the title that you defined in here. All of those is not really necessary for SEO. It is something that you can learn as you go. But the most important ones are the meta description, and meta title, meta description, and you would always have H1 tag, like the heading tag of every website. So in this case, for this page, the H1 for this page will be this bread recipes. That will be the H1 for this page, which is like the main topic of people who attend web development class. Again, this is a bonus for you. This is like H1 of this page and main topic, and it would only be the text with the H1 tag. But I don't need to show you the code. All you need to understand that is that this section of search engine is the meta title. This here is the meta description. Okay, so if we go back to our slide, let's see what we have again. And then you want to ensure that your content is accurate and up to date. So sometimes your content can go out of date. So let's say maybe you're writing about I don't know, maybe a popular celebrity that died in Nigeria, and then um, um, yeah, maybe like that one that died and woke up again and all those things. Whichever way, you just want to like reshuffle your content and make sure it is correct every other time. Make sure it is up to date. If there's an update about the particular content that you created, you want to update it, and that kind of just boost your website's relevance, and then it helps you rank higher on search engine, because search engine would always crawl and crawl your website as soon as you index it. So that's those are like the major concepts when it comes to search engine optimization. But all of that is interesting. All of that is interesting, Toby. How about we use some of the tools that you can actually use for content optimization? And anyone, I said, if you guys can download this tool called Semrush. Semrush will give you some free features for some time that you can um, test out. So you can just test out their website. So there's this tab called content marketing. It is good for you for when you want to write, but that is not our business for now. Our business is SEO. So if you manage to find yourself on Semrush, you want to click on SEO. Click on SEO and then go to let's do organic research, and that is taking its time to load. All right. So in organic research, you can put in your website in there, or you can put in a keyword. You can see the placeholder here is telling you to enter domain URL or keyword. So let us put bread in there, because bread is what is the keyword that we've been using as an example so far. And then it's going to give us several data that we can work with. Okay. So yesterday, okay. All right. So this keyword overview or keyword organic research tool from SEMrush, it has given us all of the data that kind of like that is around that keyword bread. But then let me break down what we can see on the screen here. So first off, you notice that you have this section, and then it is important. So this section is basically showing, obviously the country. So all of the data that we see from on this page is only applicable to the United States. So you can change it and all of that, and then every time you change the country, the data as well is going to change. So you can filter by country, and then you can filter by device as well, to see how to see data for specific device, or maybe mobile or desktop. You can do that as well, and then you can check the date range as well. So maybe you only want to check for a specific month, or maybe from whenever until today, which is 19/20/24 in this case. So you can do that as well. I think this is generated automatically based on the country that you choose. So, it will generate, maybe or maybe not. Maybe you can change that in settings and you have the default font, but that does not matter. This one does not matter. The next thing is this overview. Again, you have this filter there to kind of like change. Now they want you to pay. So again, you have this filter here to change specific states. So let's say over here now we have maybe Nigeria, and then in this place we can even break the data further to change it. Maybe we want to see data for only Lagos, only Abuja, or maybe only Kano, and so on and so forth. So that's another useful thing to do, useful tool or filter to use in this tool. Right. So this volume, we've not talked about it yet. This volume is basically like the impressions, or maybe like how many times that people search for that keyword in search engine. So this is like, the volume that this keyword, this particular keyword can, can generate for the country, for this specific country in America. And then this one is the global volume. And if you just over on that, you can see it's so for all countries anyway. They just list the major countries here that generates the most volume, and every other country is grouped into this order. And we've talked about search intents most of the time as well. If you can remember from our previous class, we talked about search intents a lot and customer journey a lot. And then this is what this side of the data is telling you. When we talked about we talked about search intent earlier. So it is telling us now, and again we talked about the different type of keywords. We talked about commercial keyword, informational keyword, navigational keyword, and and so on and so forth. So you understand what informational keyword is, and then you understand what search intent is as well. So that term should make sense to you now. Is this keyword bread? The intent, the search intent is not clear here. So somebody just go to Google and then type bread. So what do you want to buy bread, or what do you want to do with bread, or do you want to learn how to make bread? And then from that result that we saw on Google, just to make it make more sense to you, let us put in the keyword again, keyword bread. You notice that most of the results that we can see in here is mostly like maybe baking bread. Like like you can see the first result on there is bread recipe. So that's information on how to like maybe make their own bread. You can see this is listing the step-by-step procedure of making the bread. So that kind of like justify the data that we have in here as well, that it is informational, it is not commercial. These are not people that are looking to buy bread. These are people that are looking to make bread. They want to bake their own bread. So this website is probably like trying to sell recipe to them, and they sell them maybe tools and different things they can use in their house to make their own bread. So that way that, okay, if you are somebody that is selling sliced bread, that way that if you are trying to optimize for this keyword only bread, the chances that you won't get people that want to buy bread, maybe sliced bread, and you are not targeting for the relevant audience that way. But aside from that as well, you don't want to focus on just optimizing for this keyword bread, or you don't want to focus on that. You want to break it down to your niche. And why is because look at the keyword difficulty here, guys. We talked about keyword difficulty already yesterday. One, the volume is very high, but aside from the volume being high, the keyword difficulty is very high as well. So we give an example uh, using that keyword difficulty too yesterday. So basically, it is almost impossible for you to rank for the first position for this keyword because it is dominated already, and then it is very difficult. So the chances of you getting high rank for bread, or for people seeing your website when they search bread, is very low. It is very low. But however, there can be other niches like maybe gingerbread or milk bread that you can optimize for, or maybe sell products for. So it depends at the end of the day about on your brand relevance and authority. About we get into that gradually. So another useful thing that this keyword Semrush tool can do for you. So this is, if you notice now, this is like a all-in-one tool. So yesterday, yeah, we looked at Google Trends. If you notice, Google Trends was giving us this kind of data, showing data for different regions, and then we have a specific tool for keyword difficulty, and then that one was only showing keyword difficulty. But today now, what is interesting is that this SEMrush kind of like pull all of the data together, all of the metrics and the data together, and then based on everything that you see, you can use it to make your decision as to how you want to optimize the page, your landing page for your keyword. So I did not talk about this. I just realized that I skipped This is not really for SEO, CPC that you see as cost per click, and then this is for Google Ads. As I hover on that, you can see it says Google Ads as well. So this is like the cost per click. So every time people clicked on sponsored adverts on websites, this is on search engine or on Google. This is how much it's going to cost. So for each click, this is how much it's going to cost. And this section anyway is for Google Ads, and then people who are into like pay per click PPC. So it's not really SEO, and that data is not really relevant for you for now. So let's go down to this section. Keyword ideas is basically like related keywords. Earlier on, I was talking about bread and gingerbread, and we yesterday as well we used that ask everywhere tool. If I got that name right. If you missed the class, please go back to the previous video. So, anyways, so that type of tool and this Semrush, they will be able to give you suggestions on other keywords, like other keywords that you can use. So these keywords are called like maybe keyword. So when they say like keyword variation, this is what they mean. And then keyword variation can be like maybe long tail keyword as well. And then this is just like adding more words to the specific word, and the specific word in this case is the bread. It is called the head keyword. They may use the term head keyword as well. So the specific word or the head keyword in this case is bread, but there are different types of bread. And then that kind of like can that would become like a keyword variation. So in this case, the main they can be someone you buy banana bread, and then and so on and so forth. And they can even be somebody that wants to buy bread for their dogs. Okay, can dogs eat bread? So this is obviously this the search intent here is informational, obviously, guys. And then this person wants to learn. This person is curious. So yesterday as well, I talked about clutters, and then basically it is just like building, having a head keyword again, the head keyword bread, and then using your keyword variations to build more content around the main head keyword. So if you notice something that they do here, or that Semrush did here, is that they have like two groups. So first is like keyword variations. Yeah, I did not even see that, but there we go, keyword variations. And then the next thing is questions. So with this questions section here, you can use it to determine. So these two things work hand in hand here. Banana bread, whatever, something, something. How to make banana bread, something. Okay, so that is not directly related, but this section is the keyword variations. That is what you need to know. This section are the questions that people are asking. But what I want to point to you here is that this section may not really talk much, or you may not really understand the user search intent from this section. But this other section is good, that you can use it hand in hand with each other to determine the search intent for the users. Um, right. So how to make banana bread? You can see that this is one of the most popular questions that people ask when they ask something related to bread, and this keyword variation banana bread is not really high, but it is there as well. It is one of the major keyword variations that people search for when they search for something related to bread. So this way now you can see that the search intent here may not be so clear, but the questions that people are asking related to banana bread is very high here, and then the search intent here is clear. That perhaps when most people search for banana bread, what they want to do is to learn how to make banana bread and not really buy banana bread. So that way you can kind of like use the data hand in hand to determine what the search intent is and how you want to optimize or create content for your website. So there you go about that section. The other section, or the last section that I would like to show you for today, right? Yeah, that's the last section that I would like to show you for today, and then tomorrow we can continue again. is this section called SAP analysis. And then this basically is just like, we've talked about SEP features a lot in this class. We talked about SEP features a lot. You know what SEP features are now. So this section basically just show you the rankings for each SEP features, like, which websites is ranking first or second for each specific SEP features. All right, so I think we can filter by this. Okay, some things are hidden. Get to SEP features, breakdown analysis, blah, 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 blah. Get to there. We try. All right, so we have to pay for it to show everything, no? Yeah, we have to pay for it to. I want to collect my credit card details. Really. So we have to pay for it to show everything. So guys, I'm sorry, I won't be able to show you the full metrics, but I think it is actually possible because I use this too, even though I don't use it every day, because I do more than one thing where I work. But it is actually possible to filter with specific SEP features, and then by now you already know what SEP features are. There's like image SEP features. There's reviews. You've seen that in this last thing, that this last keyword that we pop into Google. And then there are videos. Then there's like Scholar as well, or knowledge panel. uh recipes is just here probably because it is related to this the keyword bread, and people are searching for recipes a lot. So if we have like the full account or the full subscription, we are going to probably okay yeah, we are probably going to be able to filter and see what website or what particular page is ranking for specific SEP features. But the interesting thing again here is like they left the type of SEP features for us. Yeah, but it is kind of like difficult to see which one is ranking first for what and everything like that. But whichever way, we can see like the full organic result. With this section, you can see like the full organic reports for what website or what page or landing page is ranking SEP features. So this section is all about SEP analysis or SEP features analysis. So there you go. Everything is kind of like coming together now. SEP features, SEP analysis, search intent, keyword difficulty, or volume. So all of that is kind of like coming together. Keyword variations. People also ask or maybe questions. So those little things are kind of like coming together now, and then you with the little things that we've been doing so far, you can see how to use all of these tools to kind of like to get data to optimize your website, and not just get data to optimize your website, but also maybe get data to report, and then to report to your managers, or maybe to to report to your managers, or maybe to talk to a company so you can get a freelance job or a freelance opportunity, uh, or maybe internship opportunity as well, or maybe you just put something on your friend's website. So anyways, you get the gist. So that's it, guys. Thank you for attending to this class. I think we've come to an end, to the end of the class for today. However, I would like to tell you guys, I would like to inform you that during the last week of this program, we are going to put you in groups, just as you saw on the banner. We are going to put you in groups, and then what we expect you to do is to put your resources together, come up with a project, and and you know and we're going to reward the finalist, or the projects that we think is the best. And we are not just going to be making that decision ourselves. We are going to invite some other experts in the industry as well, to help us make that decision. So make the best, make good use of this time. Learn as much as you can. Put whatever you learn into practice, and then the sky is the limit as well. We are going to invite people at the end of this program that will talk to you about how to get freelancing job. So even before you leave Nigeria, you can start, looking at getting freelance jobs, and you can start looking at getting freelance jobs, to make money. And you necessarily do not have to wait for somebody to employ you. You can start earning money in foreign currency instead of naira. That would help as well. So we there's a chance that we are also going to partner with several other companies at the end of this program. There's a chance that we're going to partner with several other companies that would be looking to hire some of our students or some of the people that have gone through this program. So all I'm trying to say is, put in the effort, do the assessment or the exercise, and just keep it going. We are getting to the last week now. After next week, the last week is going to be for projects. So it is just next week. You've been doing well so far. Keep it going, and I wish you guys all the best. Yeah, if there's anything, feel free to ask anytime. So the takeaway tax for today, what I would like you to do for today is very simple. Yeah, just create a Semrush account. Make sure you create a Semrush account for today. Put in any random keyword there. Don't use this keyword bread because we already use bread. So use another keyword bread. And then I just want you to take a screenshot of whatever you see and tell us what is happening in that data. So explain to us what is happening in that data, and then so first off, sign up to Semrush for a Semrush account, free trial. Put in any random keyword in there, and then take a screenshot of the data that you see, and then explain to us what that data is about or what that data is telling you. So tax and everything so far, just pile it all up. Very soon we are going to ask you to submit them, and we would use that to give you feedbacks and help you as well with continuous mentorship, because it is impossible for you to become a pro within the space of 3 weeks. So this is going to become a community after this, and we are always going to be there to support you. So thank you for coming to class today, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow again. Tomorrow is going to be a question and answer class. I won't be teaching. It's going to be interactive. I want to hear from you. I want to know those things that you're struggling with, how we can improve, how we can I want to get those feedbacks from you as well, and I want to answer your questions, because I think we've not really have that had that opportunity so far. So tomorrow we're going to be doing that, guys, and then I'll see you tomorrow again in class. Bye, and thank you for coming today. Bye, guys.